It's a beautiful sunny day, as you can see here in southern Ontario, and I'm above the one dark cloud in the province, and it's raining on me. Unbelievable. Okay folks, welcome back to the channel. Autopilot's come a long way in just the 3 months that I've had this car alone. Just in the past 3 months, they've come a long way. I'm going to go up to a road. There's some mayhem going up ahead there with trucks. Anyways, 3 months ago I did this test around this country road where it winded around and they had guardrails and everything. And then it merged from 2 lanes into 1, and I want to see how it would react to that, and it did it fairly well. I don't even remember what version we were on back then. I want to say 24, maybe 19, I forget the version numbers back then, but now we are in the latest version, 2018.32.2, and I found myself, just in the few weeks that I've had this version, that it's increased remarkably. So we're driving there now. Let's go take a look and see what we can do. As you can see, we got the camera all set up. You can see the autopilot screen here on the screen. You can see my wheel, whether I have my hands on it or not. Trust me, I will have it ready, but I won't have it actually steering. And you can see, hopefully, depending on the sun flare and glare and stuff, you see the road ahead of me. You should be able to see everything. I've turned down the AC, so I'm cooking a little bit, because I don't know if you can see it here. It's 34 degrees outside, and that's without the humidity. With the humidity, it's in the mid-40s, I've been told. So I've turned down the AC, or turned it up, or almost turned it off. I can't turn it off. I'll kill myself if I do. And bear with me, folks. It's going to be a hot one. Not for you, but for me. Okay, this is interesting. I'm on autopilot. We just entered a construction zone here. Let me turn this down. And yeah, we just entered a construction zone. I got my hands on the wheel just in case, but we're still in autopilot, and it's working pretty good. Now the lines come back, but at one point, I don't know if you saw it, there was no lines at all. So that's pretty interesting and pretty good. We all know autopilot was never designed for this kind of stuff, but it is still pretty good that it did it. I'm just going to turn this back on so I don't die here. It's a beautiful sunny day, as you can see here in southern Ontario, and I'm above the one dark cloud in the province, and it's raining on me. Unbelievable. So yeah, so I'm going to keep the camera rolling just to see. This is not the initial test I wanted to see or do, but we came upon this. I was already in autopilot, and I kept it in autopilot to see how it would do. And you know what? Now, like I said, now it's got the yellow line, but it didn't have it before. This is quite incredible. It's not going to hit the stick guy, which is a good thing. I did not know they were working on this road. Once again, this is version 2018.32.2, and it, as you can see, I don't know if you can see on that, it's seeing, oh, it just made a real correction change there on the wheel. As you can see here, it's picking up the barrels, the construction barrels, and it's if you look at the lines here, it's going all over the place. Now this is the new part of the road. It should have no problem doing this or seeing this, but it's still, you know, it's still wavering because of those barrels. I think you can see the blue line wavering. Now the barrels are gone. See it stop wavering. Now the barrels are back. It's doing the blue line dance. But this is a new paved road, so it shouldn't be that bad. And it isn't, actually. It's pretty decent. It's still in autopilot. You can see the corrections that the wheel's doing here. It's the wheel's dancing pretty good. Curious to see what happens up here. We're slowing down. The roads are wet, so I got my hands on the wheel just to take over, just in case. Because we only have the one line, the one dotted white line now. On this side is just a shoulder, as you can see. And we've stopped again. Let me see how far this construction goes. Oh my god, it goes all the way up. Okay. You know what? The original test, we aren't going to be able to do, because this isn't going to work out. Going to make a U-turn when it's safe to do so here, and come back down. Okay, going back the other way now, having autopilot. Autopilot thinks it's an 80 zone, which it usually is, but due to the construction, I've lowered it to 40. I don't want to kill anyone. Barrels are still going. I want to see the same part where I came through earlier, where they had no lines. See what it does here, and see if it goes over to the next lane, which I don't think it will. If I have my choice, it's going to go right into this car. So let me move. Take it out of autopilot. Put it back into autopilot. Yes, folks, I know. Oh, that's a nice Lexus here. I know it wasn't designed for this, but this is a good way to test it. Here, we're coming up to the part here where we were before, where there was no lines. And here, there's some actually dotted lines here. Let's see. I'm going to have my hands on the wheel just in case. Let's see how autopilot deals with this and the barrels. It will see it wants to stop. What's it going to do? What's it going to do? Is it going to crash into the barrels? It started braking and giving me some weird sound, so I took over. It probably would have hit that barrel, so I wasn't going to take a chance. Okay, that's over. So there you go, folks. This was not the video I intended to do. I intended to do to see how it would hold in its lane. I'm gonna have to do another time because it's further up there where the curves start picking up, and I wanted to test it like I did a few months before that. So I won't be able to do that. Wait for that construction to finish, and maybe next month I'll do that test. But there you have it. That was an impromptu test to see how autopilot on 32.2 deals with construction and barrels, construction barrels, and repainted lines and stuff like that. It did it pretty good. I was very, very impressed and surprised at actually what it did do. At the very end there, you saw that there was no chance that it was going to do anything there. They had white painted lines that they just made up, and then the barrels were closing off that lane. Autopilot didn't stand a chance. Anyways, folks, that's it for me. That's all I got today. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.